Hello. Best of the day wishes to you, wherever you may be within the four corners of the world. My name is Shola Olatunji. What do I have for you today? What I have for you today is what I call avoidable wedding headache. Avoidable wedding headache. Why this topic? Some weeks ago, I came across a couple to be with so much worry on their faces. I inquired from them to know why they look so worried, and they both said they have much on their wedding to-do list, and that as at that point in time, they have been only able to accomplish little out of the so much on their wedding to-do list. And as I laughed, I told them there's nothing much to be worried about wedding. I now further asked them, if you look so much worried about your wedding, what about preparation for your marriage? When they heard that, they seemed shocked. And I began to imagine within me what is really happening in the world today. Many are preparing for wedding with little or no preparation for marriage. Even many can hardly distinguish between wedding and marriage. I began to lecture them. I began to talk to them that wedding and marriage, they're actually not the same. Wedding is just a day or maximum 2 days event, whereas marriage is a lifetime affair. The wedding is just a ceremony, whereas marriage has to do with relationship that will last for so many years. Now, if you want to prepare, your preparation for marriage should supersede that of wedding. But a lot of people are going into marriage today with little knowledge about what marriage is all about. No wonder there are a lot of issues in many homes today, because a lot of people going to marriage, they don't prepare for marriage. They only prepare for wedding. And preparation for wedding has little to do about having a good marriage. A lot are so concerned about having eye-catching proposal. Okay, many talked about how to have the talk of the town photo shots. Their concern are so much about expensive wedding gown or suits. How to have a one in town wedding ceremony. So, but all those are little compared to what you need to do about your marriage. Okay, that you have a gingertic wedding cake does not mean that everything will say smoothly in your wedding. So the journey of a lifetime require more preparation, better preparation than just a wedding ceremony. You don't need to kill yourself because you want to organize a wedding ceremony. You won't be the first person that will do wedding, and you won't be the last person that will do it. So why killing yourself? Okay, the focus of a wise or mature couple should be how to build a great and successful marriage. No matter the level of food you cook on your wedding day, people will eat, and after eating, they will go home. Even some will still complain they don't have enough. And why killing yourself about wedding reception that will last maximum about 2 or 3 hours compared to a lifetime journey? So why giving yourself unnecessary headache? It's not a must you must rent the biggest hall in town because you want to wed. If you don't have money for a big hall, you can go for an open field. It's just a 2 or 3 hours program. What happened to you after your wedding should be more of concerned than what happened on the wedding day. So uh, 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 thinking too much about having expensive and or expensive reception venue, or serving of video intercontinental or local dishes. That is not enough to put unnecessary pressure on you. You should be more focused about having a successful marriage. A peaceful marriage is not determined by the size of your wedding cake. So I asked them, how many books have they read about marriage? How many seminars have they attended? How many conferences have they attended? What is their knowledge about love in marriage, about effective communication? I asked them what's forgiveness entails in marriage, and so many other things. How do you deal with your in-laws? Even personal differences. Have you learned about that? How do you build your home? What do you know about living and cleaving? Okay, these are more better than killing yourself about wearing the best suits or wedding gown in town. After you put on the wedding gown, the best suit in town, what happened thereafter? You know, so you need to people need to understand that you don't need to really put much pressure on you just because you want to organize a wedding. Cut your coat according to your clothes. It's not a must to close the road to your house in the name of having a wedding. There are so many weddings that were well celebrated. People from four corners of the world attended, but their marriage did not last beyond 6 months or 1 year. So which means the journey of a lifetime is more important. Do you have vision for your marriage? Okay, if you have vision for your marriage, how do you accomplish your vision? What are your mission? Okay, how do you come together to build a great and successful marriage? These are more important issues than killing yourself about a wedding. If you go about, people can even sponsor your wedding, but there is no one will finance your marriage. So why don't you prepare for your marriage instead of putting so much pressure on yourself because of wedding? A wedding will come and go, and after a few weeks after your wedding, nobody will bother to talk about what happened on your wedding day, whether people see food to eat or not. But how do you build your home? That is most important. How will two of you come together to become one? What are the things that you need to leave behind so that you can cleave together? Then without cleaving, there is no way two of you can bond together. Then how do you bring togetherness in your home? These are issues that should that should be paramount, instead of running around putting unnecessary pressure on you for wedding. There is no point to impress anybody on your wedding day. You don't really need to go and even borrow money, because if you borrow money for your wedding and you are still in your honeymoon and your creditors are calling, then what is the essence of what you have done? So that is unwise. So at this point in time, I want those that are preparing for wedding, or the singles that will one day prepare for wedding, that you don't really need to push so much pressure on you just in the name of wedding. Be more concerned about your marriage. How do you build an eventful marriage? How do you live together as couples with little issues? How do you relate together? How do you build your home without so much interference on third party? These are more important than killing yourself in the name of having the best wedding in town. Don't compare yourself to your friends. So manage what you have. Prepare for your wedding, but prepare more for your marriage. It is more important to prepare for your marriage than killing yourself over wedding. You really don't need that. So don't start your marriage on a 40 level. Don't incur so much debts in the name of wedding, to the extent that you don't even have time to enjoy yourself in marriage. Get to know more about marriage. How do you build your marriage successfully? What are the things you need to do? How do you and your spouse come together? Okay, How do you build oneness? How do you build openness? Okay, how do you prioritize your marriage? Where is the place of God in your home? These are more important issues than killing yourself about a wedding. Yes, it's good for you to have a good wedding, but you really don't need to kill yourself because of one day events, whereas you have a lifetime to do in your marriage. So that is why I say you don't really need all this headache. Well, I've not done this, I've not done that. They are avoidable. Instead of killing yourself for your because of wedding, prepare ahead. Prepare very well for your marriage. And when you have done good preparation, then with God on your side, then your marriage will be okay. That is more important. And I pray that God will bless your home. Every home that are facing one challenge or the other, I pray that God will intervene. Those that are still seeking for suitor to marry, the bones of their bone, the bone of their bones, the flesh of flesh, God will make them to locate one each other. And those that are about to wed, I congratulate you ahead, and I wish you a happy married life. But bear it in mind, there are headaches that are avoidable in preparation for wedding. Good day and God bless you. My name remains Shola Olatunji.